Today we will discuss about the uses of the cardiovascular drug. So in the previous class we have studied about the therapeutic agents in the cardiovascular drug. In this class we study about the drug uses for the cardiovascular disease. Disclaimer: the content of this topic is purely for the education purpose only. Objective of this study is purpose of the drug using the cardiovascular disease, functional components of the heart, structure of the heart, electrocardiogram of the heart, main diseases of the cardiovascular diseases, hypertension and drug use to treat hypertension. So in the introductory part, the main purpose of the drug to prevent the further deteriorating the heart condition when the heart is not able to pump out adequate amount of blood to the arteriole and to the body, unable to maintain the blood pressure. So what are the functional components of the heart? Myocardium, the cardiac muscles fiber are arranged into four chambers, that is two atria and two ventricles. Conducting systems, specialized tissues, and the conducts nerve impulse throughout the heart. Sinoauricular node and the AV node bundles of his bundle branches and Purkinje fibers. Nerve supply, nerve branches from the both the sympathetic and parasympathetic division of the autonomic nervous system regulate heart rate and force of contraction. This is the heart structure. You have to know about the what are the components of the heart and heart is functioning. So the superior vena cava here, from the superior vena cava, the blood is getting from the upper part, the head and neck and the upper limbs, and the lower, that is the inferior, from the lower limbs, that is the lower limbs, the blood is getting through the inferior vena cava. Other parts of the right at light side of the heart is the this is the right pulmonary vein. Here it is right pulmonary vein. Here is the right pulmonary arteries and the right pulmonary vein. Here it is showing, and this is the right atrium. This area is the right atrium, and this is the right tricuspid valve, which is in between the right atrium and the right ventricle. This is the ventricle part, and this is the this is the inferior vena cava. And on the right side, this is the aorta, from where the heart is going to pump the blood into the aorta, and from the aorta you are getting the blood to whole of the body. And the other, and the left side, because left is the pulmonary arteries. So here from the left pulmonary arteries, the blood is getting from the lungs, purified blood is getting through this right pulmonary artery. So this is the pulmonary vein. Here it is showing. This is the left pulmonary veins. Here it is showing here left pulmonary veins, the left atrium, and again here is a bicuspid valve. This is it again dividing between the right and this is left auricle and the left ventricle. This is the caudate tendinis, and this is the papillary vessels, and this is the left ventricles, and this is the in intervertebral septum. This is dividing the heart. So this is all about the structure of the heart. So this is a normal ECG in case of when, if you suppose and you compare with the diseased person. So this is about how your ECG graph is coming on the screen. So this is about this normal ECG. So main diseases of the cardiovascular systems, what are these? These are the hypertensions, congestive heart failure, coronary artery disease, myocardial infarctions, and cardiac arrhythmias. Cardiac arrhythmias. So this is the normal. Here it is comparative when this is when you, if you are getting uh, in the ECG. So this is the normal. We have already seen. This is the PQRST in the graph, and here when the body is getting not adequate amount of the blood in the heart, and so what will the ECG. So this is here ECG is showing a little different from the normal. Here ECG graph, and here you see the S. At the S point, it is come lower down in case whenever your body is not getting adequate amount of the blood. And this is ischemia. Ischemia is called when the blood is not getting with oxygen, which is not mixing of the oxygen. So here heart has to get more labor. So the structure will be the ECG graph will be slightly different. So we can compare with the normal to the when the body is getting affected and the heart is not getting adequate amount of the blood, as if that is pure blood and then purified blood. So the graph will be completely different in compared to the normal, and when the body is getting affected, heart is getting affected. So, what is hypertension? Hypertension is the leading cause of the cardiovascular disease and mortality. Disease symptoms and the organ damage caused by the hypertension are not evident until the 10 to 15 years after the disease has started. Proper medications and patient compliance will control most cases of the hypertension. So, causes of the hypertension. Causes of the hypertension. Most people are essential hypertensions where the exact cause is not known. Increased sympathetic activities and sodium overload increase blood pressures, renal disease and increase renin, angiostensin, androsterone activities raise BP and they cause the sodium and fluid retention. Smoking, body overweight, and increased sodium consumptions contribute to the hypertension. So, drug classes used to treat hypertension. Drug classes used to hypertension as diuretics, sympatholytic drugs, vasodilators drugs, calcium antagonist drugs, angiostensin converting enzymes inhibitor, and angiostensin receptors blocking drugs. So, diuretic therapy will increase the sodium excretion and relax the arterial blood vessels. That is, the vasodilatation will be there. So, the drug is thiazides are preferred in patients with adequate renal functions. Organic acids diuretics, that is, the loop diuretics, are used in patients where reduced renal functions. So, this drug will increase and enhance the enhance the renal flow. So diuretics can be used alone or in combination with the other antihypertensive drugs. Excessive loss of the fluid, sodium and potassium are common adverse effects. So sympathetic blocking drugs are the Cardura, that is the doxazosine, and Regitine, that is the phenethylamine, and Flomax, that is the tamoxifen, and the Atrine, that is the teirazosine. Alpha blockers lower your blood pressure by the vasodilators. Beta blockers lower the BP by decreasing heart rate and cardiac output. Central acting sympathetic drugs decrease the activity of the cardiovascular centers in the medulla oblongata. Side effects: alpha blockers tend to be well tolerated but have some important side effects. So these are dizziness, fainting, lower blood pressure, sudden blood pressure changes when the standing and after the sitting. So, what are the vasodilator drugs? Vasodilator drug decreases the muscle tone and the contractile functions of the blood vessels. Adrenaline and the minoxidil are potent vasodilators that must be used with the diuretics and sympathetic blocking drugs. Minoxidil causes the hirsutism and it is solid and it is sold topically for the treatment of the baldness. Then what is the hirsutism? It is an excessive male pattern hair growth in certain areas of the woman's face and the body, such as the mustache and the beard areas. Androgen, the dominant sex hormone in men, can be responsible for this condition. So women normally have the lower level of the androgens, but abnormally high level of the androgen can lead to excessive hair growths. So, what is the calcium and antagonist? So, calcium that is this is again block the influx of calcium into the heart and arterial blood vessels. The drug is verapamil and the diltiazem acts on the both the heart and the blood vessels to lower blood pressures. Nifedine and other calcium blockers lower BP only by the vasodilations. Calcium agonists are also used to treat the angina pectoris and cardiac arrhythmias. So angiostensin converting enzymes inhibitor, that is called ACIs, angiostensin converting enzymes inhibitors inhibits the formation of the angiostensin, which is an important vasoconstrictor. ACIs decreases the release of the aldosterone, which is retain the sodium and water. The ACIs can be used with the thiazides and other organic acids and diuretics, but not potassium and sparing diuretics. So these drug products produce a low incidence of the adverse effects and do not interfere with the mental activity or renal function. So angiostensin receptors blockers, these drugs block angiostensin receptors on the blood vessels and adrenal cortex like the ACIs, and these drugs produce vasodilators and decrease the activity of adolescents. The angiostensin receptors blockers generally produce a lower incidence of adverse effects than the ACIs. So treatment of hypertensive crisis. So what will be the in that case the severe hypertension is a myocardial emergency that can be lead to stroke or sudden death. So immediate parental administration of the antihypertensive drugs can avoid the severe complications and irreversible damages. The drug is diazoxides and nitroprusides are potent vasodilators used in hypertensive crisis. So, angina pectoris. In case of the angina pectoris, chest pain due to coronary artery disease, CAD, and the myocardial ischemia. External angina pain usually occurs during physical exertions or stress. Vasospastic angina may occur at any time and due to the coronary artery vasospasm. Untreated CAD and angina pectoris may lead to myocardial infarction and death. So, drug use in the CAD, what is nitrates, what this is the nitrates and nitrites, beta androgenic blocking drugs, calcium agonists, also referred as the calcium channel blockers. So nitrites and nitrates drug stimulates the formation of the nitric oxides, a potent vasodilators of the blood vessels. Vasodilations of the veins and arteries decrease the cardiac work and cardiac oxygen consumption to relieve the pain of the myocardial ischemia. Nitrites and nitrates may cause a drop in blood pressures and reflex tachycardia. These drugs can be used to treat acute attack of the angina and to prevent the anginal attacks. So drug used to relieve acute angina. So that is the amyl nitrates and is administered by inhalation from a glass ampoule. It has a sudden onset and duration of the action is about 5 to 10 minutes. So within 5 to 10 minutes. So nitroglycerin is administered as a sublingual tablets which require a few minutes of the onset and may lead to 30 to 45 minutes. Nitroglycerin may also be administered intravenously in more severe cases. So, drug used prophylactically to prevent the angina pectoris, the nitroglycerin can be administered as an ointment or as an extended release tablets or capsules or by transdermal patches. So, isosorbide and the pen, pentaerythritol nitrates are usually administered orally 3 to 4 times a day, depends on the frequency of the anginal attack. So, summary of this, we have discussed about the proposed purpose of the drug in the cardiovascular disease, functional components of the heart, structure of the heart, ECG of the heart, main disease of the cardiovascular disease, hypertension, drug used to relieve acute angina pain, and drug used to treat the hypertension. These all we have discussed uh, in this today's lecture. So reference there, this is again we have taken from the book of pharmacology by K.D. Tripathi, 7th edition, JPC Publishers. Thank you.